After having a crazy season last year, we end up being the number 10 school in the nation, and honestly, I feel like we got a great chance of getting to the Natty this year. And to be honest, the reason why we didn't get as high as we could have and we lost a couple games last year due to our offense being pretty mid, but this year, I feel like we got a couple transfers that's going to help out with that a lot. And luckily, we end up keeping a good amount of players from last year's defense, even after the transfer portal. And right now, the defense is still looking pretty good. 3rd and 5, quarterback can't find nobody to throw the ball to, so he tries to get to the sideline and it is incomplete. Luckily, they were too far away to make the field goal. Offense ended up getting locked up. The quarterback trying to scramble out to the right side, and them boys is getting to him. Right before he was able to get out, he ended up getting sacked. After taking a little check down, it's 3rd and 9. Quarterback throws it to an out route, ends up getting tackled 2 yards short of the first down. That's another stop. Offense scored. This is their last drive of the first half, and on 1st and 10, Noah Kim throws his ball deep down the field, and our DB was lost. He ended up getting his tackle broken, but I had to get there to make the play to prevent that touchdown. Though it didn't matter because I ended up having to get taken out the game. They scored, but luckily offense scored too. So coming into the second half is a tie game. We're trying our hardest to go ahead and get this stop to go ahead and try to take the lead on 2nd and 11. Sent a mean blitz at them boys. Gotta say. 3rd and 15, everything was just locked up. Secondary playing amazing. Noah Kim tried to scramble, he ends up getting hit right before he was able to get going. Man, I ain't gonna lie, our pass rush might have got a little bit better from last year. 2nd down, he's trying to scramble, but them boys is shedding. And then for some odd reason, I don't understand why they did this. 3rd and 12, they're running the ball. Like, come on now. But they did end up getting a stop right back. 3rd and 2, and Noah Kim is able to get out that pocket, pick up the first down. We got them to 3rd and 10, and when I tell y'all, the secondary has been playing amazing. He has to scramble out again, but this time he ended up getting hit, fumbled, and we picking this ball up. Offense, please take the lead now. And well, so far in this game, it's already looking like the problem that we had last year is showing up again. But still, play after play, defensive possession after defensive possession, we are locking up. Well, up until on 4th and 7 where he threw this dot, and I don't even know what route this was, but they ended up picking this up. 1st and 15 after taking a false start, throwing his ball to his receiver, and I'm coming down with bad intentions trying to make him fumble, but he held on to that ball. And then on 2nd and 5, the quarterback decides, let me go ahead and scramble. I see this and I head straight to that man, hit sticking him, and he did not let that ball go. 1st and goal now, the best we could do now is just to force him to kick a field goal. He's trying to scramble, he almost got past me, but I just barely made the tackle. And well, I ended up getting taken out the game. They scored a touchdown, but our offense did too. So now we're going to OT. And in a game like this, in OT, your big players got to make big plays. And I did not do that. Completely missed that running back trying to be aggressive and hit stick, and he picked up the first down. And then on 3rd and 4, Noah Kim sits back in the pocket, patiently waiting, steps up, and delivers his dot for the touchdown. Hopefully, offense can respond. And offense, well, they did more than that. They scored a touchdown, and they went for 2 and won the game. And me, I ain't get no pick, but I was all around the field, making tackles, doing my thing. I did miss a couple, but hey, I made a lot of them. I'm playing against an 0-1 Pittsburgh team that we know we should definitely be able to beat on 1st and 10. They're picking up this first down, and honestly, they've been marching up the field a little bit. But then on 2nd and 9, I'm in a deep zone, but I decided to go ahead and come out of my zone to catch this pick. After catching my first pick of the season, offense was able to get down the field and kick a field goal. We got them 3rd and 4. He's throwing this ball up with 2 defenders in the vicinity, and that honestly should have been picked off. Offense failed to score, but we got them to 3rd down once again. Quarterback trying to scramble out to the right side, but that pass rush got to him. And now look, might be a little overreaction, but through these 2 games, well, 1 game and a half, offense has been very mid, kind of like last season. All the stats we're getting don't seem like they're doing too much. We still got 3 points right now, and we got to try to prevent them from scoring a touchdown before half. Playing great defense once again. 3rd and 5, I'm playing the deep zone, and I see this slant coming across the field. I could have had this pick, but me and my teammate basically fought over it, and none of us caught it. Second half now, a very, very defensive game. Still 3-0. The quarterback scrambling, but there's going to be consequence to doing that. He's taking a hit stick. He ain't fumbled though. 3rd and 5, the quarterback dropped back in the pocket and delivered this dot right over that DB's head to pick up the first down. We're trying our hardest to try to force a turnover. Running backs running the ball, he ended up getting hit. He fumbled the ball, but an offensive player fell on it. Got them to 3rd down again, 3rd and 6. They're doing all this special motion stuff just to get stopped. Quarterback ended up getting sacked. It's about time offense got some points. Well, they got 3, and I ain't gonna lie, this is when the problem happens, because all the stops we've been getting all game have equated to just 6 points, and now they're in scoring range to go ahead and take the lead. But if it's one thing this defense do, we stand on business. Playing bend but don't break, allowing this little route to get to 4th down. They decided to go for it on 4th down, and that was a big mistake. They ran the ball, and we're getting back there making a great tackle. But this game's not over, because once again, just like throughout the game, offense has been struggling. They have a minute to go ahead and try to get a touchdown to win the game, and us, As a defense, we got to make sure we do what we've been doing all game and lock up. And so far, that's exactly what we're doing. 2nd and 17, amazing defense from the secondary, and finally, the pass rush got to him, picking up another sack. I'll never understand why they did this, but on 3rd and 25, they ran the ball. And so that forced them on 4th and 25 to go for a deep shot, trying to throw this ball down the field, and of course, it's picked off. And we win this game, but just barely. There's no reason why we should have just barely won this game, I ain't gonna lie. To be honest, it's kind of crazy. We're ranked number 7, 2-0, but really, it's due to our defense being good. Nothing to do with our offense at all, because so far, they haven't really been doing anything. And I'm gonna be honest, as a defense, we're trying not to, put too much weight or pressure on the offense. We don't want to make them mad at us or nothing like that, but at the same time, they just need to understand that they need to, get better, because we are here putting in pain. And as good as our defense is and has been playing these past couple weeks, I feel like personally the offense is going to have to hold their weight, especially if our goal is to win the national championship and become the number 1 team in the nation. Like, we're going to need an offense to, be better. And after the crazy season I had last year, coach gave me the team captain role. It's on me to make sure everything's in order and to lead by example. So I've been doing my best to try to do that. And I'm out here trying to make big hits and big plays to make sure that energy is felt on offense and defense. And in this game against Nebraska, so far, the offense is actually doing the job. We're up 17-7. And y'all know us as a defense, we're gonna lock in. Should have been picked off, I ain't gonna lie. It's now the start of the 4th quarter on 3rd and 13. The quarterback tried to force that ball into the slant, and there's too many people there. He dropped that ball. With no choice but to go for it here on 4th and 13, my receiver ended up taking a little drag route, taking me away from the wide open corner route that was allowed for the first down. And then on 2nd and 11, as soon as his quarterback hiked the ball, got sacked instantly. On 3rd and 14, they almost picked up this first down, but as soon as his receiver caught the ball, I knocked the wind out that boy. 1 yard short of the first. But then on 4th and 1, instead of just going for the little 1 yard, quarterback threw this ball to a corner route and almost scored the touchdown. They end up scoring, and offense is kind of going back to where they was at before. It's 1 minute and 30 seconds left. 3rd down, and we're forcing the 4th down. The offense wasn't able to score. It's a 3-point game. It's on us to make sure they don't get down the field at all or even get a field goal, and the quarterback was able to scramble and pick up the first down. If we would lock up at any moment, it would need to be right now, and that's exactly what we do, and the quarterback takes a big hit in the backfield. And now on 4th down, this is when your big players is going to make the big play. Playing the deep zone, I saw the slant, and I came right down on that and caught that pick, and I could have had a 6, but yeah, my vision needs a little work. Don't matter, we won. And now, on the backs of our defense, we are steadily climbing the ranks. Number 5 now playing against 3-1 unranked Wake Forest. We better not lose this game. Already, we locking up. 3rd and 14, bro taking a check down. I'm coming down, making a tackle, 4th down. We're off to a pretty good start now. Offense scored, and on 2nd and 3, as soon as they hand that ball off to the running back, tackle. But at the end of the day, good defense ain't good defense until you lock up the entire drive. We locked up until 3rd and 7, where his receiver was wide open. That was too easy. On the outside of the field now, 3rd and 2, they running the ball, and that's not gonna happen, preventing the first down 1 yard short. Surprisingly, they end up going for the field goal. They missed it, and now offense scored again, so we're up 2 scores. And at this point, all that momentum is on our side. 3rd and 13, trying to get this to the corner route, and it should have been picked off. He just dropped it. When we went back on the bench, I told him, I'm gonna show you how to catch pick next drive, and I did just that. On 3rd and 4, deep zone, just baited up a little bit and ended up catching me a pick. Give me that. Like I said at the beginning of the game, this is a game that we definitely should easily be able to win. Dominating this game offensively and defensively. Luckily, the offense is starting to find itself a little bit. Hopefully, they keep this going throughout the season. But just when we got a little bit comfortable, this game is not over. It's 21-3, and on 3rd and 5, I completely missed this hit stick, which allowed them to go ahead and score a touchdown. A big mistake by me, being extra aggressive, trying to get hit sticks. Sometimes you just gotta make the conservative tackle. And now, with this being a 10-point lead, they have a chance. And I almost took this chance away, but I was 1 second short of getting that pick. Why teams decide to run the ball on 3rd down on us, I will never understand. It's an immediate tackle behind the line of scrimmage. And at that point, just tells me they lost this game. 5th game of the season, playing against 1-3 Virginia, and I'm already starting this game off showing what I'm on. I'm headhunting. They're trying to run the ball on 2nd and 6, and the running back ended up tripping up. He's lucky because I was finna knock his head off his body. And then after trying to force run the ball, they're finally passing, and that didn't work out at all. End up losing yards, getting sacked for 7. Offense ended up getting stopped. But look, Virginia is not going to move the ball if they keep on trying to run like this. Another tackle for loss. 3rd and 18, they have no choice but to pass the ball here. Throwing the ball to a curl route, and oh man, what a hit. I love it. We're up 10-0 in the second half. Whole team starting to feel the energy. Quarterback took this ball, scrambled up the pocket, picked up the first down, but boy, ooh-wee. To be honest, I'm just surprised that quarterback's still out there. Hand the ball off to that receiver and he's getting it too. The amount of hits I got in this game was all I could ever ask for. I literally came to college and I love football for doing this right here. Just knocking heads off people's shoulders. It just sometimes it's hard to do that when I'm playing over the top. And then it's like I'm gambling trying to get down there and make a tackle or prevent a first down. But then if they see me coming down, they'll throw the ball over the top and it's an easy tug. But alright, they're in the red zone now. We're only up 10 points and the fourth quarter just started. And they starting this fourth quarter off with a dot to the sideline to get first and goal. But they did all this just for on third and goal to take a check down, get tackled, and now they're probably gonna settle for the field goal. Or I guess not. They're going for the touchdown, and on fourth and goal, I have this whole zone, and me being dumb, I let him get behind me and allowed the touchdown. Now look, after giving them the only points that they had, I gotta make sure I don't mess up at all anymore. On third down, getting a big hit on him to prevent that first down, and cause I was a little mad. But me being mad ain't gonna do nothing, cause on 3rd and 11, I got a deep zone, and look, I did it again. I let him get behind me. He beat the DB, but he also beat me because I was supposed to be there to help the DB in case he got beat. And now they're down the field in position to try to score. Now they may be in position to score, but we know that they do not have a good kicker to make a field goal from this far. So all we gotta do is keep on making the right tackles. And here, great tackle. Now on 3rd and 9, the quarterback is gonna go ahead and scramble out to the right side. And again, an amazing tackle, amazing block sheds. And now they're gonna go for the field goal. We know they ain't making this. And of course, just as we thought, they didn't make the field goal. It was way too far. Luckily, we got out there with a dub, despite the 2 big plays I allowed. And now after winning that game, we're ranked number 3 in the nation. 5-0, playing against another big Florida school, FSU. And already, we're bringing the energy. We're bringing the great defense just as we do every game. 3rd and 1, amazing defense, preventing the first. Offense didn't score, but they did do a good job of putting them in a coffin. And that made their quarterback feel like he had to force the ball in. And me, I came down and took advantage of that. Give me that pick. And now with that pick putting them in an amazing scoring position, there was no way they didn't come out of there with a touchdown. We're up 10-0. One thing I realized just through the first quarter, they have a very basic offense. They keep running slants and it's just not working right now for them at all. On the next drive, 1st and 10, they try to run a little receiver screen, but my boy Daryl Porter came down, amazing play. Caught that pick, broke a tackle, and took that thing for 6. We're just straight dominating these boys right now. Up 17-0, and I'm coming down, laying a boom on that quarterback. And as we beating up on these boys in the first half, it's starting to make a lot of sense. You know, Jordan Travis ain't on the team no more. So we're going to enjoy this whooping. It's the 3rd quarter, still up 17-0, but it's not over yet. And the quarterback ended up breaking off a huge run, getting into field goal range. They're trying to run a little extra option play, threw that to the running back. I'm smacking him in the backfield. And then on 3rd and goal, they decide to run the ball. And y'all know that never works out. But yeah, we came in this game, we conquered, and honestly, this should have been a pick, but hey, game's over. They're all the way out of it. And I was doing a little bit of everything in this game. 7 tackles, 3 tackles for loss, a sack, and a pick. Now look, when I tell y'all the defense that we've been playing and the offense been doing a lot better than they normally have. So far it's looking like this season's gonna be pretty good. We're 6-0, ranked number 3. And yeah, it's looking pretty good. Got them to 2nd and 19. They decided to run the ball up the middle. And luckily I was able to get there before he can get jigged. On 3rd and 11, the quarterback was looking to the right side. But what I didn't see is that on the left side was a wide open receiver picking up that first down. Sometimes me being extra aggressive just messes up my opportunity to make plays. If I was a little patient, I could have waited for that ball to bounce out and catch that pick. Then on 3rd and 8, the quarterback threw a slant. They almost picked up this first down, but that DB did a great job at securing his tackle. Up 10 points now after they missed the field goal, and on 1st and 10, this receiver caught the ball. But before he was able to even look forward, he was met with the Reaper. And then on 3rd and 11, QB tried to connect with his receiver on his comeback route, but this ball went out of bounds. About 2 minutes left in the first half. After they got a stop, they was able to pick up this first down, and now they're past the 20. On 3rd and 12, I'm playing a flat, but I saw this receiver coming across the middle. I tried to get there in time, but I was not able to. He still picked up the first. And then on 1st and goal, their O-line gave them enough time to where this quarterback could wait for this receiver to get open, little playmaker to the outside, scoring a touchdown. Luckily, offense scored coming out the second half, but on 3rd and 7, I made a big mistake. I'm supposed to be playing a whole half, and I did not see that receiver run right behind me. Touchdown because of me. And now they got a chance to go ahead and take the lead. It's a 3-point game, and on 2nd and 6, it's a great tackle from the D-line. One thing I've been realizing these past couple weeks, I've been making bad plays. Like every once in a while, I mess up. I just gotta tighten up. And with me being the team captain, I gotta lead by example. Do better next time. But one thing I love about this defense is even if you mess up, the rest of the players on the defense, they gonna lock in. we make up for each other's mistakes. And now, while up 10 points with about a minute and a half left in the game on 1st and 10, the ball thrown up, my boy Jay Richard came down with that pick to go ahead and end this game. And yeah, this is probably one of my worst games of my career so far, but we still came out with the dub. And after getting that win, we're the number 2 ranked school in the nation. And so far, I'm having a pretty good season. Can't be mad at those numbers.